We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
3 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And he's got room. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. 13 yards there at a Washington 1st. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Haskins to throw it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
This is taken at the 23. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up
nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Take over first.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A tackle by Cole Holcomb. The Saquon Barkley last year against Washington. He won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Haskins will throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And the completion there by Haskins. And you think back to the 2019 draft, both Dwayne and his counterpart on the other sideline, Daniel Jones, 1st-round picks in that draft. Jones taken 6th, Haskins 15th. And they might be seeing a lot of each other for quite a while here in the NFC East. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Barkley.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Haskins.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
That is on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. This is intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Gibson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And a Washington 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Antonio Gibson
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
To Antonio Gibson.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes this Washington 42, Giants 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
42-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off play action. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slow to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Washington.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 22-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Mike 48. Mike 48. Hey, let's get in that hole.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Take me up. Here we go. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Washington on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Haskins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
It's the Washington 49, Giants 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They juked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Under 10, 10. Hey, check 24, check 24. Go.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
60
Off the bootleg. Jones. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Jones. On play action. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chase Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.